What if Trump has U.S. government stocked with XRP and they sell it off, or a chunk of it, to the national debt? What are the potential fallout repercussions of that? Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. So, in basic accounting, you have assets and liabilities. Okay? You have debits and credits. Right now, we have way more liabilities than we have assets on the U.S. balance sheet. And we get revenue from taxes each year, and it's a certain percentage of GDP. We're able to service the debt with that income off of the taxes. If you get more than 133 to 160% over leveraged on your GDP to debt ratio, that's where things get wonky and you really can't start servicing. You can no longer effectively service your debt. So you have to devalue the debt. You continue to print more money. In the past, the way that they've offset that is they've revalued assets on the U.S. balance sheet in order to be able to back the currency. So if you look back to 1933, when they took everybody's gold for $20 and they revalued it to $35 on the U.S. balance sheet and eventually up to $42, which is where it sits, 42 and change is what it sits on the Fed's balance sheet at today. That's what they're going to do with the XRP. They don't need to sell it to pay off the debt or satisfy the debt. They just need it to be repriced on their balance sheet to be able to offset the assets versus the liabilities. So again, like for you as a person, yes, that makes sense. But as a business or a sovereign institution or a government, you look at your debt to equity or your, assets to liabilities, and that's how you become solvent again, versus having to actually sell it off to pay the debt.